You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I have got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Brooke and Hope walking out and Finn fighting for Luna. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got predictions for Luna, Finn, and Steffy, for Steffy and Finn, for Li and Poppy, for Daphne and Carter, and also for Hope and Brooke. And hey, if you're not following us, please click that subscribe button. Let's get into it. Our first prediction: Finn freaks out that Steffy tries to send Luna back to prison. So on Monday, we have Steffy raging at Dollar Bill about him getting Luna out of prison, ranting about how she tried to kill Steffy, and Bill still remains Team Luna and is not backing down on his decision to pull her out of the situation she was in and get her at his place under house arrest. And then because she has this fight with him and it's frustrating her, Steffy then contacts the police. She brings in Detective Baker and says she wants Luna to be sent back to prison. So Steffy is quite determined to put Luna back behind bars for the rest of her life, which is understandable because she doesn't want to have this threat against her life out in the world. Completely understandable. And she first tries to get Bill to undo what he did and just send Luna back like a package that he didn't want delivered at his door. Steffy thinks that Bill never should have facilitated the release, but when he refuses, Steffy's going to go another route. That's when she calls the LAPD to report Luna's out of prison and demands that Chief Baker haul her back, toss Luna behind bars. But there may not be anything that the cops can do to send Luna back to prison unless she violates the terms of her house arrest at Bill's, because he obviously went through official channels to make this happen, because the warden knows, the deputies knows, and released her into his custody. It's, something that's upsetting her, but he used influence, but he did go through those channels as far as we can tell. And the bottom line is Finn doesn't want his little girl going back to prison. And he understands Steffy's concern, but Luna is his daughter, and he really does believe that she wasn't in her right mind when she killed the two men and locked Steffy in that cage. And Finn may not be happy at all that Steffy tries to shove his baby girl back behind bars. So that leads us to our second prediction. Finn may lose Steffy, or vice versa. Steffy may lose Finn. This is a huge speed bump for them. Monday spoilers, of course, have Steffy furious at Bill for helping Luna. And then on Thursday, she's back at the house. Steffy and Luna have a fierce face-off over Finn and the future of this terrible family situation. So early in the week, it seems like Luna could be destined to return to life behind bars, but I think Bill may be able to keep her on the house arrest situation. Finn may even help make sure she stays out of prison where she was brutally beaten. Luna, may face some questions, and if Finn and Bill both defend her and agree to be accountable for her, Luna may stay out of prison. And of course, that means Steffy would be living in fear. And if Finn helps keep her out, that could be a deal breaker for his wife. And even worse, Luna's eventually going to be completely free, because that's the whole point in all of this, and we know the redemption is coming. And Finn's going to keep on pursuing a relationship with Luna, I have no doubt. And all this may just be the last straw for Steffy. She could leave him for good, especially with her parents pushing for that outcome. But also, if Steffy keeps at this and gives him an ultimatum, Finn may have to say, look, I have to do this for my daughter. So it's going to get messy. Next, we're going to talk about a possible murder, a new couple, and the fate of those that betrayed the Forresters. Our third prediction: is Li gonna kill Poppy? Is there gonna be a little sister side on Bold and the Beautiful? So on Wednesday, Finn tells Li about him and Poppy, and that Bill got Luna out of prison and onto house arrest, which provokes a very physical reaction from his mom. Now, Li's not lashing out against her son. I'm sure she'll agree with Steffy that he was the victim. And then Thursday, there's this confrontation and fight between Li and Poppy, and spoilers say it takes a twist. And in the promo, Li is strangling her sister Poppy. So Li has been on this apology tour, being super nice to Poppy, saying sorry for suspecting you slept with Jack. Then she finds out Poppy did something even worse than sleep with her husband. She slept with her 18-year-old son. And maybe the twist in the spoiler just means it goes from a verbal bashing that Li gives Poppy to death. This could be about, the twist could be it going from verbal to physical, or the twist could be what happens after Li wraps her hands around Poppy's throat. She was his aunt. Biology aside, Li would never suspect this because Poppy was Finn's aunt. And of course, Li has always had a temper, and this situation is going to make her furious, and she might well kill Poppy. Even if she doesn't mean to, she just may lose control. If you remember, Li stood there and watched Sheila flatline in the ER after she had a heart attack. She was going to let her die. If Finn hadn't been in the room and saved her, Sheila would be pushing up daisies and Deacon would be running his pizza shack solo. So it's not that unlikely that Li could end up killing Poppy because she's enraged. The good news is that her ex Jack Finnegan is a really good criminal lawyer, and Bill has got more spare bedrooms. So, Li could get house arrest and hang out with her granddaughter. That'd be cozy, right? Our fourth prediction, Daphne and Carter are the new power couple on B&B. On Monday, Hope and Daphne are fighting over Carter and are stunned by his reaction. And in the promo, Brooke is asking Hope where things stand with her and Carter. On Friday, Daphne is desperate for Carter to see the truth about Hope. And on Friday, Ridge and Eric give Carter an ultimatum. So on Monday, Carter's reaction stunning them is a very intriguing spoiler because him sticking with Hope would not stun them. That is likely what they both expect. What would stun them is for Carter to either say, I can't be with either of you, but that doesn't seem likely because he has to have a woman. But he may stun them and say Daphne is a better choice for him and his conscience. That could be why Brooke's asking where things stand with Carter when she talks to Hope. Carter says, maybe I need to rethink everything with you, Hope. So the ultimatum Ridge and Eric give Carter is likely to be give back the company and dump Hope, and, we'll call it bygones. And if Carter does dump Hope, as Ridge asked him to do when the whole coup started, Carter may even be able to be COO still. And in the promo, Ridge and Eric agree the old Carter is still in there somewhere, but they think Hope's a bad influence, which sets the stage for Daphne to win him away from her. And then they emerge as a new power couple with Hope out of Carter's life, which seems inevitable at this point. Plus, we know Daphne is sticking around. All the Forresters like her, and so she's also contributing to the company. This could be a win-win-win for everybody except for Hope. Our fifth and final prediction, Hope and Brooke start their own fashion house. So in the promo, we have Brooke asking Hope where things stand between her and Carter. And then on Friday, that ultimatum that Ridge gives Carter happens. And it just seems increasingly likely that Hope is either kicked out of Forrester Creations again, or that she quits rather than letting them fire her again, so that she's in control of her own destiny, because she told Carter that she would never answer to Steffy and Ridge again. And Brooke, of course, is not going to be able to stay in the CEO role, obviously, and she may walk out with Hope in solidarity with her, and also because Ridge is sticking with Taylor. And if it comes down to a choose Hope or choose Ridge, and, she feels like they've done her daughter dirty, she may feel like she has no choice but to walk with her. And I do suspect Hope for the Future might be canceled again, especially with Hope not there. They can't keep the line, so they might take it with them. Brooke may decide to punish them by starting up a company and yanking Brooke's bedroom away, or they're forced to cancel it because Brooke's not there, and she can, start her own intimates line at a new company. And you know what? Bill Spencer would probably finance them to start a fashion house, House of Logan, or the Logan Lady Designs, or Brooke and Hope's bedrooms. I don't know. Something just to slap back at dressmaker Ridge, as Bill likes to call him. I absolutely think that he would fund this effort if they walked out and decided to start their own company.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.